Japan's small caps doing well while big exporters getting a bruising. Welcome to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. Amid the wreckage of Japan's stock market in 2016 lies a surprise. Smaller companies are posting their best relative performance on record. The TOPIX Small Index, overlooked by foreign investors and full of companies that makes most of their sales within Japan, is near the highest level versus the TOPIX Core 30 Index of heavyweights in records going back to 1989. While the small cap gauge is down 8.4% this year as a sell-off emanating from China ripples through markets around the world, that is less than the broadest TOPIX Index 9% drop. In the US, the opposite is happening. The Russell 2000 Index just entered a bear market and is trading at the lowest relative to the Standard & Poor's 500 Index in 6 years. Japanese investors have reasons to favor smaller companies. China is the nation's largest trading partner, and the yuan fell more against the yen than any other major currency last week, weighing on Tokyo's giant exporters and leaving stock traders looking for alternatives. Quote, small caps are more focused on domestic demand, so they're less susceptible to influence from abroad. They're less affected by falls in China and the overseas markets. Yutaka Miura, a technical analyst for the Mizuho Securities Company in Tokyo, said by phone, quote, it's likely that mid to small caps will be stronger going forward while the large cap shares are on a fragile footing. End quote. NTT Docomo Incorporated, the best performer this year in the index of Japan's biggest stock, is down 1.8%. Sakura Internet Incorporated led TOPIX Small gains, more than doubling as it announced it will start providing for free technology that brings private encryption into cloud computing. The Tokyo Stock Exchange Mothers Index, which includes many small internet and biotechnology companies, has done even better than the TOPIX Small, with a decline of 6.9% through Thursday as a near doubling by drug maker Green Peptide Company lifted the gauge. Small caps will post double-digit profit growth in the year to March 2017, outpacing larger companies Mitsubishi UFG Morgan Stanley Securities Company, analysts wrote on January 12th report. SMBC Nikko Securities Incorporated expects the trend will intensify. Quote, outperformance by small mid-cap stocks on the Japanese market has become more pronounced in recent years. Ryota Sakagami, chief strategist at the SMBC in Tokyo, wrote in a January 8th report. Quote, when we look at the distribution of stocks by average profit growth rates over the past 10 years, we find that a higher proportion of small, mid-caps have recorded major profits growth than large caps. Japan's biggest stocks were the winner of after Prime Minister Shinzo Abe came to power in the late 2012, promising to revive economic growth through monetary easing and fiscal stimulus. Through a May 2013 peak, the TOPIX Core Index surged 52% as the yen tumbled, comparing with a 44% rally for the TOPIX Small measure. Since then, small caps have been the better bet. They are up 17% compared with a 1.7% advance from the gauge of giant exporters. CLSA Limited, Nicholas Smith, says that partly a result of foreign and professional investors dumping their holdings of large companies and not actively looking at the smaller shares. Quote, when markets initially moved on Abenomics, foreigners bought the Core 30 and when broadened out a bit, but they haven't really taken much of a look at what's going on in small or mid caps, said Smith, the firm's Tokyo-based strategist. Quote, if you have the resources to go and poke around with some of the small cap stocks, you can find some stunning missed value there. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.